I never found a church that I really felt comfortable in, and life got in the way and I just walked away. I ran my life the way I wanted to run it. And I was successful in business, but my personal life was falling apart. And 3 years ago, I was consumed with fear and anger, shame, guilt, and I just felt terrible. And I was in a support group, and my now friend Kathleen was there, and she quoted something from Jeremiah 29:11 about her life, that God had a plan for her. And when she said that, it just went right to my heart. And I asked her what church she went to. So she said Life Christian. And I made it through the gauntlet of, greeters, and grabbed my coffee and went up to the balcony, which I loved because I could hide. When the countdown started, when the 5-minute countdown started, I got emotional immediately. I thought to myself, what is going on? Nobody said a word to me. I'm sitting up there and my eyes are, I'm crying, my nose is running. I'd never had any emotion in any church that I'd ever been in before, except maybe frustration and boredom. But never felt anything like this, never expected it. But that first Sunday was powerful for me. What happened after that? Well, I joined a small group in the summer. But in that group, I found people where I felt safe to express my questions and my doubts and my, what is that about? Where is that in the Bible, really? And then I joined a small group in the fall, and in that group, at the end, there were a couple guys who had problems and wanted prayer. I had this overwhelming urge to stand up and put my hands on these guys and ask God to heal them. And after I did it, I said, was that the Holy Spirit? Was that God talking to me? And somebody said, well, would you normally do that? I said, no, never in a million years would I do that. That's not Ted, So I thought, okay, maybe that's what it sounds like. One of them was due to go in to have a stent put in. He had a blockage. And he went in, and they looked and they couldn't find the blockage anymore. It was gone.
I had went to the doctor and got a checkup, and I literally failed my checkup miserably. The doctor said I had a couple of arteries that were pretty well blocked. After that prayer, literally the next day, a lot of my tiredness was gone. And within a couple of days after that, I was feeling really good. I had already had the heart catheterization scheduled, and of course I wanted to see what the doctors was going to tell me. I knew what it would be. And then the doctor came out and said, well, Bob, you're showing no blockage. Not less than what we thought. You're showing no blockage. It was bad, now you don't have it. So it was just probably a false positive. Well, no, I'm sorry. It was a miracle healing.
I know I'm in a safe place to explore. I know I'm in a safe place to ask my questions, to have my doubts, to have people help me. I've got really good friends now. I was consumed with fear and anger and guilt and shame 3 years ago. I don't have any of those emotions. What I have now is a lot of peace. I have the things that Kathleen quoted me in Jeremiah 29:11. I know that God has a plan for me. I know that there's hope, and I can't wait to see what the future is.